live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
And we are streaming live with a special guest in our studios. It is Mayor Val from New Brighton joining us with a recap of what's going on in the borough of New Brighton.
Good morning. Good to be here. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
We're going to the Tap House this weekend.
Are you?
They just got their liquor license too. I saw.
Oh wow!
Good. They're only doing the slushies right now so far, but until they get everyone up.
So you're broadcasting there?
No.
I'm just going.
We're going there for food. Yeah,
you're gonna hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was there when I was on vacation, so.
I heard the food is good.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So I had the Tap House burger, and it was really good.
Wow.
Yeah, really good. So
good.
Yeah. So what's going on in New Brighton?
Well, just a couple of things I want to talk. First of all, because we have a listening audience, and someone had called in the last time we were here. Before I talk about what's going on in New Brighton, I did check on the animal ordinances, from our last show. And we don't have any capabilities of coming out as a borough, unless it's dead in the street and Public Works has to clean it up. That's the only thing.
Right.
So the only options you do have are the Beaver County Wildlife Removal, and that's 724-383-3462. Again, 724-383-3462. And also you can Google animal control, and there are local wildlife agencies. But one of the things that I found out were sometimes we're the problem, and you talked about that last month. Secure your cans. Secure your can. It might cost a little bit more, but it's going to save you aggravation. Bird feeders. Animals do go for bird food.
Right.
We don't want to think that, but they do. Don't keep any pet food outside. If you're trying to feed the feral cats, you're also feeding the animals. Chimney caps. I've never thought about that.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming down the chimney. Remove your fruit tree debris if you have a fruit tree in your yard. No standing water. And also, if you want to go natural, because we don't want to hurt anybody or anything, use mint or garlic in your area around your yard.
Okay.
So I did do some research. I hope that helps. But yeah, trapping them, and I did talk about the trapping to some Public Works people and some government people. No, we don't want you. I don't want to trap something and put it to your yard, Frank.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Right.
But taking it to Brady's Run, Brush Creek, they're animals and they'll get used to their new surroundings.
Right. And that's, I don't know about your neighborhood, but, we have cameras out back that, and, it was funny actually that you talk about this. She's probably on her way to work. She's probably going to kill me for talking about this. So last night, my wife was going out to get something out of the car, and she was in the car, and not 5 minutes after she's back in the house, skunk come rolling along.
Oh.
I said, that's because he smelled you out back.
Oh, and now it's on the radio. Alrighty then.
But seriously, and just by having cameras, I can see we have lots of raccoons, lots of skunks.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it cost me $80 a can, but I went out and bought some new garbage cans.
See, yeah.
But you got to be careful though, because the raccoons are sneaky.
And they have fingers.
They'll get the lid open.
Yes, they can.
So I bungee corded my lids down because they didn't have a snap on them.
Yeah.
So, but there's still raccoon marks all over the top of the can.
Yeah, you got to do it.
But they can't get in there.
They can't get in.
And the garbage men have been really good ever since I got the new cans. They everything's neat in the can, and they take it and they dump it and they put it back, and there's no issues. And so maybe maybe get some more cans if you don't have. And that's one problem I see is a lot of people have garbage cans and they got all kinds of garbage sticking out of their cans.
Yes.
So maybe get some more garbage cans, put your garbage in.
And the big blackbirds, which I swear to God they must be, I don't know the difference between a raven and a blackbird, but they will pick a bag open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a huge problem. And, in our neighborhood, we do have somebody that feeds the feral cats too.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
But nature takes care of those.
Yeah, and just a sidebar, feral cats can take care of themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't see no feral dogs out there. You see feral cats.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, nature takes,
Yes.
especially we see that in our neighborhood where, you'll see a bunch of them in the spring and by fall there's no more.
Right.
So nature does its thing.
Yes. So now, now back to the borough. The only two things that were really important that you need to know is we are having issues with the height and overgrowth of hedges and shrubs. We do have an ordinance. So don't be mad if we come and we have a measuring stick or someone's complained that they can't walk the sidewalk. We brag about having a walkable community, but us people that have houses on the street, we have to be careful.
Right.
All right,
Agree.
so we are going to be looking at public walkways and property lines. And our good friend Mike and Ron Fisher are opening a drive-through coffee shop
You hear that, Scott?
yeah.
Where?
It's going to be the last building in his little strip mall on 5th.
So by the beer distributor.
Yes,
and,
yes,
the Brown
yeah.
Bear, which I'm a big fan of their bread, by the way.
Yeah, so, yeah, and I mean, they're
Get your
just
coffee.
hopping. Now you
Will
get
do.
your coffee and go down and get you something sweet or.
That's truly a one-stop shop there.
It
Get my
is.
bread, my coffee, my wine.
We need to
Ounce
find
pizza.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We need to find a home for Ron and Mike to live in New Brighton. That's all I can think of.
Right.
They should
Exactly.
stay right there.
Yeah.
So now the other. Oh no, I want to introduce somebody, a new team member that we
All right.
have, and it's Mona Meady.
Mona Meady. We know Mona rather
Mona
well.
Meady.
She gets things done.
Yes, she does. And we're excited to announce that she has officially joined us as our downtown economic coordinator with years of experience hosting events, managing social media, building community connections. She will now be focusing on grant opportunities, boosting our online presence, and increasing our foot traffic downtown, which she already has done that. She is, there's a lot to be said about youth. A lot to be said about
Absolutely.
youth. And she's doing an amazing job. Before I go into serious, because we're going to talk about one of the complaints that we're getting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. But before we go there, I can't say enough that New Brighton is hosting their 100th Halloween
Yeah,
parade.
we were just talking about that earlier.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of things going on. Saturday, September 27th, the Underground Railroad, hosted by Historical Society. Her annual Witches Night Out. Saturday, October 4th, hosted by Darling Events. Our New Brighton Night Mart finale is Nightmare on 3rd, and that's going to be on Tuesday, October 14th, 5 to 9. And then Saturday, October 18th, which I think you're going to be present, is our New Brighton Fall Festival. And that's hosted by Brighton Health Mart Pharmacy in New Brighton Borough and New Brighton Business District. Our Candy Crawl, which has been fantastic, is going to be downtown Saturday, October 25th. And then I'm going to close out with the anniversary of our Halloween parade, which is Wednesday, October 22nd, 6 p.m. Someone had mentioned to me, what if it snows or rains? That event goes on no matter what's going on out there.
Seems
No
like it
matter
always
what.
rains.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
either smoking or hot or rain.
That's exactly right. It's going to go on.
Yeah.
So please get a hold of Mona if you want to be a part of the parade. We are hunting for some famous person to be our parade marshal. Frank would be.
I'm on the air. Sorry, I'm on the air then.
Oh, you're on the air.
Nah, whatever you need, man. I'm there. I love New Brighton. You know that.
New Brighton. So many compliments, and we're getting ready for the fall. Our corn stalks are going up.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, they're going up,
Yeah.
and the old lady here's got to back down and let the young people do this stuff. So
They still do it the way they did. You used to get everybody together on a Saturday and just put them all up.
yeah, it's a little bit difficult now to do that. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is this year. That used to be the plan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I knew you guys used to do that every year. So.
So serious.
All right.
At the beginning of June, the department has received several complaints of ATV or dirt bike driving on roadways. It's been occurring in New Brighton, Pulaski, Doherty, and during this time frame, our officers received several calls in Pulaski and were able to identify some juveniles and make contacts with the parents. Now, before I tell us about our PA micro mobility fact sheet, so this is official, I can't stress enough, not just this issue, but if something comes up in a police matter, call the police. You can't call the police too many times. And if you don't have a police report, if I call and you call and Scott call about the same thing, or we have the same problem and don't call,
Right.
the police are going to go, I hadn't heard anything about this. But if the three of us call, there's 3 reports. Then that means we need to buckle down.
Right.
And that's what's happening. Have you had any issues with these?
No,
scooters and anything up your way?
I've not had issues, but there are a lot of kids that are riding them around, and they're not cognizant to the law, to basically they just don't care, put it that way. They just fly around on these scooters, and, my wife had one come out on the alley on her, so that's kind of tough, But, yeah, they're all around the place.
There was an accident where a scooter who pulled out. They also have to abide by the stop signs, because if we're abiding by it, then we're going to run you over because the light was green for us,
right?
And also the other issue is because people get DUIs, and they're on scooters because they can't ride a car. Well, we can take your scooter off of you too.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Imagine that.
I watched them before. This is God's truth. I watched them before give a guy a DUI he was on his lawn tractor because he was.
What?
Yeah, he was, and this was on the Beaver Falls New Brighton Bridge.
Get out.
Yeah, because he was not allowed to have a license, so he needed to go over to the store. So yeah, but he got a DUI for that. And then the biggest thing I see a problem with is these darn e-bikes.
Yes.
With the motors on them.
Yes.
And I don't understand how they're legally allowed on the road.
They go faster than I thought, too.
Yes, they do.
Right.
They do.
It was keeping up with the car.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And I don't understand that. And half of them, there's the one gentleman that rides his all the time, and it's over. I run into him a lot by in Beaver Falls there by the end of town by the bridge where the car dealers are. Mm-hmm. Just goes right through the red lights. Does the same thing in New Brighton.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Just doesn't care. And I just don't, somewhere, somehow, somebody needs to put some type of legislation against those things.
Yeah, and don't let that be in your blind spot.
Oh, yeah, because
you can't see them at all.
And the problem is they're on what's considered a bike.
Right.
So if you hit them, it's on you.
Yes.
Which is not right.
Right.
So.
Well, I got this paper in my mailbox from the police station. I didn't realize there were so many different kinds. Mm-hmm. Now, we just remember the bicycle, but then there's an e-bike, there's a Segway, motor scooter, motorized pedal cycle, and the electric scooter. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, that doesn't even, the Doom bikes. I mean, there's so many other things.
Right.
But there are some rules and regulations. The electric scooter is, you can get a DUI on all of these. You just need to know every single one I listed, you can get a DUI. And they are all listed and described in the Pennsylvania Vehicle Code. Just like you said, they're not even learning that there are rules to abide by. But the motorized pedal cycle, the electric scooter can operate only on private property. That's the other thing. Electric scooters, like electric skateboards, electric unicycles, cannot be legally operated on a public roadway. Bottom line, there's no exceptions. They cannot. The motorized pedal cycle has operable pedals and a design speed of no more than 25 miles an hour. They are gas motor rated.
Yeah, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know. And we know they go faster than that.
Right.
1.5 brake horsepower, you know more about that than me, or less, and has an automatic transmission. They have automatic transmissions?
Yeah.
Wow. And if it's electric, it's powered by an electric battery. Mm-hmm. So it has to be charged then, right? All right.
Yep.
And yes, under 21, yeah, you have to have a helmet on. You have to have a helmet.
Tell me one kid you see flying around on them scooters that has a helmet on.
And the maximum capable speed, they're saying here, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the motor scooter is a motor-driven cycle, and this motor shall not exceed 5 brake horsepower. What's that mean?
Very small power.
Okay.
In layman's terms.
You do also have to have a helmet. How many times have you seen them with helmets on?
How many times? Right, none.
None.
Rare.
And the minimum age for the motorized pedal cycle and the motor scooter is 16.
Wow.
So, and I've seen younger than that.
Oh, I see it all the time. My neighborhood, I see it. 10, 11-year-olds riding them all the time.
And again, they're saying the maximum capable speed is up to 5 brake horsepower. The Segway is an electric personal assistive mobility device, an electric self-balancing 2 non-tandem wheeled device. Lighting must be used when operating between sunset and sunrise. Didn't know that. A Segway is allowed on sidewalks unless a municipality prohibits it.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
I haven't seen one for. Remember,
honest.
Pittsburgh was having a big problem with them.
We have a kid in our neighborhood has one.
And there is no minimum age.
Oh.
Interesting. But you can get a DUI on it. All right, just so you know. And then the e-bike is a pedal cycle with electric assist. Weights less than 100 pounds. Motor not more than 750 watts. Is that a lot?
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, but it's still,
Has operable pedals, not capable of going faster than 20 miles on a level surface when powered by the motor source only. Yeah, right. Lighting must be used when operating, again, between sunset and sunrise.
that I do see with a lot of those people riding.
You
those
see
bikes.
them,
I see
but
the
they're
lighting,
using their lights.
But they're not a big bright light like it should be.
And they can ride on the bike lane.
They do that.
Okay. And yes, you can get a DUI. And then, of course, the bicycle. Now, the e-bike, the minimum age is 16. And the bicycle, pedal cycle, is moved solely by human power pedals. Lighting must be used. Again, they don't use lighting anymore. And yes, not in that right on the sidewalk. Yes, but not in a business district. I come out my door on 11th Street in a bicycle. It was a young kid. I opened my door. He had to have seen the door open. It opens out.
Right.
He had to have seen the door faster than I would see him, and it was almost a collision. And yes, that's a bike lane, of course, and you can get a DUI on a bicycle. Well, I'm going to leave you this so you have it in case someone calls in.
Okay.
But so what are your thoughts, Scott? What do you think about...
I've seen them used on public streets that I didn't think was a safe idea. I've even coming down Dutch Ridge Road once, heading from the hospital. A kid was riding. It's a very windy, narrow street, and it seemed like a safety hazard for both drivers and the person on it. So, I don't want to be a grumpy old man. You can't have those things, but there's a time and place. There's definitely a place for them.
Right.
And I don't know if public streets weaving in and out of cars is the way to do it.
Right. And I'm sure everybody's talked about. It's been on Facebook about Monaca. How it crosses over into the trap.
By the bridge.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Whose idea was that?
Yeah.
Well,
we were told to get public funding, they had to do that, right? Or something?
Yeah, they had to do it that way because it extends down. It goes down 51 then.
Oh.
So that's why it goes down the main street of Monaca. It turns left. It goes down the main street of Monaca.
I see.
I've never actually seen a person on a bike in that lane.
I have.
Have you?
Have you really? I haven't.
Yeah. Yeah. He almost. He just didn't care right in front of us after it happened because I talked to Larry Kelly from LGKG about it after that. And I was like, well, who was at fault? And he goes, you would have been at fault. I'm like, really? I said, he just darted right in front of me. He goes,
amazing.
but he's in a bike lane, so you'd have been at fault. I said, that's a load of crap.
Well, Beaver Falls has the same issue. And talk about a blind spot on that, putting that bike lane next to that lane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's someone wasn't using their noggin whenever they put that one in Monaco for sure.
I swear to God that people are sitting in a desk, never been outside of their office, and make these rules.
You're probably right. Yeah. More than likely, Yeah. And then the designers just design them the way they were told to do it.
You wrote it, so we're going to design it like this.
Yeah, that's how the engineers were told to do it. So, I don't know. So, all I can say is I'm glad that there's technically not a bike lane going through downtown New Brighton.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm so glad. So, we have enough issues with other things.
Best thing New Brighton ever did was, because you used to be able to, it was 2 lanes going towards Beaver Falls.
Right.
Best thing they ever did was take that other lane so it's like parking.
So helpful.
And then make it, and once they put the post up, it was fine. At first they just put it on the ground where you would turn right to go by your shop there.
Yes.
And people just didn't care and they went through it. And then they put these posts up. Now it's solved the problem where everybody stays in one lane. And you're not having a problem
people
anymore.
have knocked some of the posts down. Thank God they're not made out of cement.
Maybe they should be.
Maybe they should be.
Maybe they need to do some damage to their car. They won't do it again.
That would teach you a lesson.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it again, would you?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's always been a bad thing. But so any good things happening in New Brighton, some good events coming up.
Yep.
Looking forward to them all.
So I don't have anything else. I just wanted to educate. That's most important. And I do have people that listen to your shows. You got to know that you have a great fan base.
Well, we appreciate
Someone
that.
just messaged me, they got out of their car and they were listening to us, and the person in the car next to them was listening to us.
Oh, my goodness. That's
awesome.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. And we don't know all the time. We have some people that call all the time and things like that. But, it's good when we're out and about and we hear people.
That's good news.
Because we need feedback, too.
Yeah.
We want to know what do you like, what don't you like, you know. You know,
I was in. It was a while back. I was in Walmart, and because when I do the spotlight on seniors, and I was laughing. I was talking to the clerk. 4 people back. Is that lady on that radio show? So, wow.
That's great. That's great. I always plead the fifth when people say, I know that voice. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You get me confused with somebody else.
I would say that depends. Do you like that guy?
That's exactly right.
Well,
yeah.
that's the beauty of radio is, you can still be nonchalant. You know, you can go places like when you see these people on TV like Mary Hours and stuff. She goes somewhere and she gets like dive bombed with people. Whereas when you're on the radio talking radio, you just kind of you can kind of sneak in and out of places and people don't know who you are. Yeah, which is good, and I like that.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, because I'm not the type of person that I'm not about the spotlight. You know.
Well, someone came to. Well, you know how I feel about New Brighton. Yeah. And I see thousands of people during the course of a week or a month. And a lady came down and we were talking and then she said, yeah, I have a complaint about New Brighton too. Uh-oh. So I let her get the complaint first. And what she said, some of it was okay. And I said, well, I'm the mayor. She says, the mayor of New Brighton. Yeah, I just said that. I just said that.
I do have one thing though. Mm-hmm. What is up with St. Joe Cemetery?
What are they doing?
They haven't cut the grass. There's weeds all through the roadway.
I'll make a phone call.
I've never, honest to God, and my daughter's buried over there.
Yeah.
And my brother he just died before we were born. And I have never, ever seen St. Joe Cemetery look like what it looks like right now.
I will make a phone call when I leave here.
I took my own weed whacker, went over and weed whacked around my daughter's grave and my brother's grave.
Oh, yeah, I'll take care of that today.
It was bad.
I'll take care of that today. I don't know what the problem.
Look, the weed in the roadway.
I know we're short-handed, but no, that I will take care of that today.
But I don't think the borough doesn't take care of that, does it?
I'm going to find out who today.
I think Holy Family or whatever it's called nowadays does.
I'm going to find out today.
Because Eric used to do it, and he did a nice job, but I was wondering if maybe he wasn't around no more, and this is how sometimes this is how we find things out. Yeah. Just by default. Yeah. I was really.
You had to be. You went there to visit.
And being a member of growing up, going to St. Cyril's and stuff, and being part of the Catholic community, I was really hurt at the fact that cemetery looks like it. I'm like, this is one of the nicest cemeteries in New Brighton. Everybody walks in this cemetery on a daily basis.
Yes.
And it looks like crap. There's weeds everywhere. The grass hasn't been cut.
That's not satisfactory.
It's been a week since I've been over there, so I can't.
I'll find out.
So they might have cut the grass since then, but
I'll shoot you a text.
All right. It's never looked as shoddy as it does right now.
All right.
So, but I told my wife goes, you got to call him. I said, nah, I got somebody better.
Yeah, you got Scott, do you have anything you want to put out there?
I got a person.
I got people.
Go to Big Rock Restaurant. We're fans of that too.
You know what?
Good food. Really good menu
on
there.
A positive side, RS Belco really coming along. I was
goodness.
I was curious how they were going to turn a gas station into.
I was too.
Yeah.
What are they turning it into?
It's RS Belco's moving into the old Jim's Texaco, right across from Tap House. Give us your opinion Monday after you're or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, I should know what Belco is.
You won't even recognize
what is it. What is
it's
it?
A credit union.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and stop asking me about Dunkin' Donuts. It is coming before Christmas. Everybody asks me, when?
They're digging.
They're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, they're working.
We'll do a live broadcast.
Hey, everybody keeps asking me, what's going over where the donut shop used to be, where they're putting the trusses up? That used to be Chuck Simmons Motors and stuff back in the day.
I heard whoever had it backed out.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, because they started working on it, and then all of a sudden they stopped.
I just heard they backed out.
People
might
keep
be
asking
rumor
me.
mill. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll ask Miss Val when I see her.
Yeah, I just heard someone came to me. I get more information. There's a sign that goes in front of my shop.
Yeah.
I never see it, but it says I take all information. I have every information that you need to know, and it goes. So it does. Oh. I don't know who operates it. Oh. Hey, thanks, guys.
All right. Good job, as always.
Fun.
All right.
Mayor Val,
See you next month.
Brighton.